I just finished going to the gym. Don't mind me. No, City Fitness is the cheapest one. Let me start from the beginning because it's been a long time. Yeah, I know. 2024, I was depressed. I had no direction of where I was going. It felt like I had a black cloud over my head. And I just wanted to change the trajectory of my life. In a way, just pivot what I was feeling and go into a new direction. And a lot of it stemmed from me being overweight. Well, I'm still overweight, but I've lost a considerable amount of weight since last year. And that's where I'm coming from. I got my stomach stapled. I got the sleeve done. Prior to that, I had been trying to do it naturally for probably like 3 years or so, and then it just started to get out of control. I was constantly going back and forth like yo-yo dieting and stuff, and so it wasn't sustainable in a way. And I know that the sleeve is not the be-all end-all, but because I was pre-diabetic and I was also anemic, and I felt like I was a prisoner in my own body, that seemed like a tool for me to use so that I could reclaim some of my fucking dignity back and just be able to do things, right? Because they had come to a point in my life where I could feel the weight in my ankles. I struggled to walk from where I parked my car to work, to clock in, right? And it was only 250 meters. Yeah, I know. I had to pause and stand on the side because a bitch was breathing heavy and my vision would black out. Like, it started to black out, but because I love my money, I'm not gonna let that stop me from getting it. But yeah, my health was in the pits so bad. Oh yeah, and I said I was pre-diabetic. Like, my right side would go numb at random times of the day. Sometimes at work, sometimes I'd wake up with pins and needles, and then I'd have to wait for it or the feeling to go away. And I became anemic because of my period cycles. So I was bleeding 5 weeks at a time, and my period, like the blood clots were the size of my palms. I know. Imagine trying to get your life on track. You're still going to the gym, and it just felt like nothing was working. I think there must have been something wrong with like insulin and stuff, but I didn't have any money at the time to go to the doctors and do X, Y, and Z. So in 2023 November, I went to Better Life surgery out in Ormiston. This is out in Auckland, New Zealand. And I wanted to get a quote because in New Zealand we have KiwiSaver, so that's pretty much a retirement fund that you can only be able to access through financial hardship or if you want to buy a house. And I accessed the funds through hardship because there was no way in hell I was going to afford to pay for a surgery in New Zealand. It cost me, well, it didn't. Let me rephrase that again because a bitch was heated when I saw the price of the surgery. It was 27k that I was quoted. So I was able to access the funds because I needed the quote, right? And when I got it, the 27k, I didn't use it in New Zealand. I went to Turkey. I went to Turkey and I had a holiday. Yeah, because I fucking deserve it. The amount of bullshit that I was going through, it feels like, you know, when life just keeps throwing shit at you, and just when you're about to get up off your knees from praying because God be putting you through the ringer, I feel like life just did a double whammy, and I fell back onto my back, and I was just gazing to the sky like, God, like, I did not sign up for this. This was not in my plans. So I ended up going to Turkey. 27k for the surgery in New Zealand versus 8k. Well, I paid like 7.6k, and that was including my flights. Yeah. And because I also had a holiday, like the costs were adding up, but you know, I had 27k. So like, in my mind, I must spoil myself. That was part of my New Year's resolution. First, to get my health in check, as in get the gastric sleeve, and the second one was to run 5Ks non-stop. And babes, home run with those two. I was able to run 5Ks non-stop, even though it took me 45 minutes. But did I stop? No, I didn't. Thank you. Yeah. I was so proud of myself. Like, doesn't matter how many times people can say this, that, and the third about me. You are not my biggest hater. I am. I know that it's kind of hard to admit that out loud, but like, there have been so many times when I wanted to unalive myself. And so when people say like all these things online, on especially on TikTok, because you know that's where I started, and I'm on my 4th account. Yeah, sometimes people will say, oh, you don't look like you lost any weight, or go unalive yourself. I'm petty, and I'm also a sore loser. So when you say those things, it just makes me not want to do it, just to piss you off. So yeah, I've been documenting. See, I can't even speak English because I was getting a bit hated just then. I have been documenting my journey on TikTok. But yeah, there's been like a lot of trolls. I don't understand why people get so heated when they find out that you get the surgery and you've lost the weight. Or like, that was the point, to improve my quality of life. What, did you want me to fucking die from obesity? Is that what you wanted, babes? It doesn't make sense. Oh, you changed because you lost a bit of weight. You think you're all that? Bitch, I better be all that if I got the surgery done. I didn't go all the way to Turkey to cut my stomach, to risk my motherfucking life by myself, to just be like, just to be the same. I can't do that. Like, I don't want to stay stagnant. Come the end of this year, if I end up in the same position that I was, it's gonna piss me off. That's the reason why I always set goals for myself. And I was so happy when I got my stomach cut and me running 5K. So essentially, the point of this video is just to update what's been happening, because now it's all over the place. As you can see, I have 5 conversations in one go. I signed up for a 16-week program, and I think it starts next week or the week after. I still need my my food plan. And the goal for the end of the year is to weigh 90 kilos. Like, I want to weigh 90 kilos. Now, does that sound realistic for me? I think so. Damn, all these people can't even fucking drive. I swear to God, bro. But that's real for you. Yeah. I want to weigh 90 kilos. At the moment, I weigh 121.4. My starting weight last year in 2024 was 150. So by myself, I've lost 28.6 kilos, which I'm happy, because in June I had gotten the surgery. So June of 2024, June 2024, on the 26th, my nana's birthday, the one that I'm named after, I got my surgery done. And it's crazy because, you know, as soon as I got my money, the 27k, right? This is how desperate I was. I planned everything in 8 days. It's crazy when you think about it, but that's how desperate I was to change the way my life was going. I didn't want to continuously blame myself and do a pity party or like, oh yeah, I'm obese. I can't do this, I can't do that because of my body. I didn't want to feel trapped anymore. That's pretty much what I'm saying. And I just wanted to be a healthier version of myself. Even if I only lost 10 kilos that year or maybe 5 kilos, it's better than being in the same position that I was in the beginning of the year. Because remember, I couldn't even walk 250 meters without my vision going blurry. And you know what made me so happy was my period cycle becoming regular. Instead of 5 weeks, it was 5 days. And I didn't have to bleed so profusely. Like, imagine going through a 20 pack of pads in less than a week. And that was just 1 week, babes. Felt like I needed to go to the baby section and buy me some fucking nappies. That's how I felt. And so the way in which I went about it, yeah, I should have, relaxed a bit, but I was just desperate to change my life. I didn't want to be the same person that I was at the time, and I didn't want to let my life go past me. I wanted to live my life the way that I wanted to. I didn't want anyone else to tell me what to do. And to this day, I still don't want people to tell me what to do. But yeah, that holiday, I ended up going to Cappadocia the week after. And mind you, I did everything by myself. It's an experience and a trip of a lifetime. And that was the only thing that was going in my head. And I didn't tell my parents until the day before. I know. I shouldn't have done that, but I didn't want anyone to sway me with my decision. I had sent my parents to Samoa and Fiji for their 30th anniversary. And their anniversary was on the 4th of June. And I had left a week after. I think it was on a Sunday. So they left on a Friday. I left on the Sunday the week after. And I was hoping that they did not find out until I came back. But because someone in my family is a fat mouth, I'm not going to name names, but they told them and I got the call straight away. They were like, oh, do you have something to tell me? And I said, no. I was going to go down my grave. But, like, I have to see it from their perspective, because imagine your daughter going on the other side of the world for surgery and they don't know. Like, I didn't want to worry them anymore, but it just took a wrong turn. The only reason why I went to Turkey is not only because of the costs, but I had been seeing on my social media a lot of Kiwis and Australians that went there. And they were going to this particular hospital and received great care. So, like, I wanted to bet everything on my life. It was either... So this is how desperate I was. I placed a bet on my life. And although it's quite drastic, like, that's how desperate I was. I can't emphasize it enough. It was either I was going to die here with that fucking 27k, or I was going to die over there 8k altogether. Like, pick or choose. At the end of the day, my stomach was going to get cut. I refused to let June pass, and I just wanted to get the surgery done, okay? That's all I wanted. That was the best birthday present I could give to myself. And yeah, after documenting everything, you obviously get a few people here and there that say, oh, you took the easy way out, or da-da-da-da-da. You don't live in my body, babes. You don't know what I go through on a day-to-day basis. Every single fucking hour of the day before that surgery, I absolutely hated myself. I just hated looking at how much I let myself go and feeling like a prisoner in my body. So I did what I needed to do, and I don't regret it. The next time I do go to Turkey, I will be getting loose skin removal, and I'll get a BBL. I'm a snip and I'm a lift. Like, no one will tell me anything else. But I have to wait probably next year. I'm hoping to get it done before my birthday. All the surgery's done, or just at least get the procedure done, or plan it. So that's the thing, right? There's so many things happening this year, and I'm also planning on moving to Melbourne. I know, but I have a family reunion in August, and I have to do right by my family. This will be my last hurrah before I fuck off and do my own thing. I'm just so grateful because my mum's retiring next week, and that's one of my answered prayers that I've been waiting for so many years, and I'm happy that I'm able to witness it. It's just, you know, a lot of things have been plaguing my mind, and I just want to get one thing out of the way after the other. And the only reason why I've stayed so long with my family is because my younger sister, I had to wait for her to finish law school, and she's got a promotion now. So because all the ducks have lined up in a row, I can just choose myself and fuck off to Melbourne and live the independent life that I've been wanting to, and I've been craving for so many years. So I can't wait for it to happen. Like, I know people say, oh, you should keep your goals to yourself, but I'm speaking it into fruition. I will be under 100 kilos. I'll be fucking 95 kilos by the end of the year. That's what I'm going to say. And I will be moving to Melbourne by myself. I'm not living with anyone. Absolutely fucking not. I refuse. I fucking refuse. I need my own space. My mum was saying, oh, you should go stay with Auntie for, but no, there's no point. I know that it will help me by saving money, but the whole point of me moving to Melbourne is for my independence. I can't rely on people too much. Like, it feels that there's like a vice around my neck that refuses to ask for help. That's why I deactivated all my social. So I think I might end up getting a second job so I can save up as much money as I can. I'm hoping to save up like around 15k so that I can pay for a relocation agent, buy me a motherfucking car, because I'm not a public transport girly. And also, I've been to Melbourne before. Everything is so fucking far. Yeah. And also, I need to buy a fridge and a bed. At least if I can get those two things, everything else will come. I'll just be at Salvation Army, Kmart, Salvation Army again. Probably be on Facebook Marketplace, but that's all the things that is kind of in my mind at the moment. I'll probably speak more about gastric sleeve if you guys are interested. I did put it on my TikTok because there were so many people asking, and I didn't have a playlist function on my page because I didn't have 10k followers. So yeah, but pretty much everything is on Facebook. This Facebook page called I left my stomach in Turkey. If you go onto that page, I promise you'll find people that are in the same boat as you, and most likely you'll end up going to the same you'll end up going to the same clinic at the same time. So yeah, check that one out. But the next time I upload a video will probably be 1 week of 16. I want to do weekly vlogs and see how I feel about doing a weekly program. And yeah, but cheers to me. Nearly 30 kilos, babes. Here's to changing our lives and wanting to do better for ourselves, because the worst thing you can do is stay in the same position that you are in now. Even if it means moving one step forward, that's better than what you were before. Yeah. I know that's right.